Okay, welcome everyone to Triple M, Mindful Movement and Meditation. This is Danielle, guide your practice. And as always, if something comes up, say hello on the chat and we'll go from there. So start out in a standing position today with your feet hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Make any little fidgets movements through your spine, your shoulders, head, neck, wrists. And settle into the support of the ground, whole body long. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, let it go. Releasing any tension. And again, deep breath, cleansing breath in. Let it go, audible, exhaling sound. Eyelids soften if that feels comfortable for you. One more time, deep breath. And take a moment here to ground, to shift your state, whatever else you've been doing. Opportunity to come into the here and now, even if there's still fluctuations in the mind, busyness, awareness of physical tension. And from there, reawaken through your eyes. Inhale to circle sweep your arms up to the sky, extend high. Exhale, lower the hands down through, or to heart center rather. Here, inhale to open your palms to the right and left, elbows bend. Exhale, hands touch back at center. Lower all the way down to the earth. Inhale, sweep, arms circle back up to the sky. This time with your exhalation, circle your arms behind you, interlace the hands. Knuckles stretch back. Inhale to open through your front body. With exhalation, release your fingers, hinge at your hips, bow forward, right into a forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway up, little L shape with your spine. Knees can bend for low back, hamstrings. Exhale to fold. Inhale again, lengthen halfway up. With exhalation, bend your knees, shift the weight back, root. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands lower down to heart center. Inhale to open the palms to the right and left. Stay wide, this time with exhalation, lower the hands down by the side of your body. Start to circle shoulders up, back, and down. Gradually pause with your shoulders onto your back body here. Inhale to extend, arms rise back up to the sky. With exhalation, lower your hands down to the side of your body. Seal your feet together. Toes can touch, heels can open a little wide to the side. Bend your knees, hands come on to the knees. Start with a few little circular joint motions here for your knees, one direction. Circle opposite way. Slowly pause, lengthen, feel free to re-separate your feet wider if that's more comfortable, hands to your hips. Hip circles, move in one direction. Gradually circle opposite way, honoring your own range of motion. Circumference can be super small or grow larger. Let yourself explore. From there, gradual pause back at center. Inhale to lengthen your arms out to T position. Palms draw forward in a little spin. Reverse opposite way. Inhale to pause, back at middle. Exhale, lower your arms down. Take your right hand out in front. Left hand comes to your elbow. From there, it's a gradual movement. Hand flows to the inside of the left elbow, eye then flows down. The left hand moves in a circular motion. So take as much time as you need to play with this movement. Sometimes it's a little confusing for the brain, so honoring that. Gradually switch. Right hand comes to the elbow. And from here, left hand comes to the inside as the right hand circles around. So you're moving palm to the inner line, your inner elbow eye on the opposite side. A little rotating motion for the elbow. And gradually pause there. Inhale to circle. Arms rise up to the sky. Lengthen up from the feet all the way to the ceiling. Chin to neutral. Elongate, elongate here. One more breath. Exhale. Release the arms by the side of your body. Here, take your shoulders up to your ears. Bring whole body contraction. Squeeze into your toes, inner legs, glutes, belly, facial muscles. Get super tight. Shoulders rise up, hands to fist. Squeeze everything tight for 3, 2. Take a deep breath first. Exhale, let it all go. Soften. Open through your mouth, your jaw, as if you were chewing a humongous piece of gum. And gradually, one more time here. Squeeze shoulders to ears, toes, fist, everything super tight. Quads, glutes, belly, facial muscles. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to soften everything. Let it go. And from there, feel free to reawaken your eyes. Inhale to elongate from feet all the way to the top of your head. Slowly lower your right ear to left ear rather to your left shoulder. From there, draw chin to center over to the right side. And let this be a full circle, moving back behind, but very lightly. So hardly rotating the head back as you come forward. Once again, around. Next time you're over to the left side, pause, reverse the direction opposite way. Super mindful, especially when you're arcing back behind. Final circle at your own speed. When your ear is over to the right side, lower your chin down to center. Inhale to lift, chin back to neutral. From the front edge of your mat or space, stand comfortably, root down. Inhale to sweep, arms lengthen to the sky. Exhale, hands flow down through center, hinge and fold, forward bend. Inhale to elongate, halfway rise, L shape. Exhale, fold back down to the ground. Gradual step, one foot, then one knee, then other foot, other knee down to the ground. If your knees are sensitive here, or just if you're on a hardwood floor, best to have a little bit of added cushion there, flat and supportive. From tabletop, inhale to float. Your right leg back behind you. Hip height, start to work with a few ankle circles. Circle in the opposite way. Pause, inhale to elevate your leg. With the exhalation, coil in, knee to nose. Inhale to extend, leg high. Exhale again to coil in, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, leg high. Pause here, option to stay, or to add a little bit more balance challenge, shift the weight to the right, left arm floats out in front. Stay with your breath. Exhale to release, hand and knee down to the ground. With inhale, draw hands to thighs, rise up in position, sweep the arms high to the sky. Either take hands interlaced, index finger to sky, thumb back, or hands come to elbows, forearms for box support. In breath to lengthen. With exhalation, lean over to the right side. Know that you can also take your right hand to your hip, left arm up and over for a little bit more support. Inhale to rise back up through center, both arms extend. Exhale to lower. Your hands down to the ground, tabletop. Inhale to float, sitting bones back, collarbones broad, cow stretch. Exhale to round in coil, cat stretch. Inhale to elongate. Exhale to coil in. One more time, in breath to draw forward, broaden. With your exhalation, return low back to neutral, ground, activate. If wrists are tender, come to fists. Inhale to float left leg back behind you. Start with circular motions, one direction. And circle in the opposite way. One more breath, pause. With exhale, draw in, knee towards nose, round. Continue to move with your breath. Inhale to lengthen left leg long back behind, fire up through the back toes, heel. Option to stay here or play with balance. You can always do tap dance to build the balance support. One more inhale. Exhale to release, hand, knees down to the earth. Give your knees a break here. Curl your toes under, fire up through the finger pads. Inhale to lift hips towards the back wall. Downward facing dog pose. Walk out one knee at a time, one knee bends. Relax through your head, your mouth, your jaw. And gradually pause any pedaling here. One more breath. Exhale, shift forward, return knees down to the earth, tabletop. Inhale to take hands to thighs, rise up, kneeling position, sweep the arms high, either interlace or take hands to opposite elbows, forearms. Gradually with your out breath, lean to the left side, take your side body stretch. Option to play with left hand to hip, right arm up and over. Inhale to rise back up through center, both arms lift. With exhalation, lower your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, float, sitting bones back, collarbones broad, cow stretch. Exhale to round in cat stretch. Stay in your cat stretch, curl your toes. From here, curl the finger pads. Inhale to lift right into downward dog. Make any adjustments, bent knees for low back support. Elongation and strength here. Fingertips alive, inner leg strong, head and neck relaxed. One more breath. On an exhale, look out in front for support. Make your way to the front edge of your space, right into forward fold. Inhale to elongate halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees, shift the way back, root down. Inhale to rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands float to heart center. Pause here. Take a moment, relax your eyes down to earth or closed. Feel and notice. Observe what's present. Gently bring your hands by the side of your space. Separate your feet wider than hip distance. Take it into twists with your torso and arms. Little check-in here with your mind. If you're going somewhere else on a little journey, invitation to come back. Invite the mind to return to this moment. And gradually slow down this movement, returning back to a place of pause. Feet hip distance apart, look at a gaze point to support you. Root down into your feet, inhale to lengthen, rise up, heels off of the ground, arms lift. Mountain pose and balance. Exhale to lower back down. Inhale, you can stay in the movement of this, or next time you rise, pause and sustain. If there's turbulence in your ankles, this is normal. It's building strength. If you're sustaining for 5, 4, 3, 2, first a breath. Exhale, hands lower, heels lower back down to the ground. Take a little shoulder roll, noticing any heat here. And from there, hands come onto your hips, gaze point again, stable, shift the weight to right foot. Inhale, left knee floats, hip height. Inhale, 2, add on the arms to the sky, as wide of a V as you need to support your shoulders. Flare through your left toes, little micro bend in the right knee to build the strength of calf and quad. One more inhale. Exhale to lower, hand, foot down to the earth. Honor sensation on your right leg. Keep the gaze moving right and hands to hips. Shift weight left as the right knee floats. Micro bend in standing leg. Lots of length in your side body. Option layer the arms. Hands can always stay at the hips for more stability. Deep breathing. Pelvic bowl neutral. Mindful of attention. One more inhale. Exhale to lower your foot down to the ground. Keep the legs steady. Inhale to float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower your hands through center. One more little balance, hands back to hips. Look out for gaze support. Shift the weight to right foot. Micro bend in the knee. Inhale to float. Left knee. From here, ankle to front thigh. Start to sink. Bend into your right knee. Hands can stay at hips or hands can come at heart. Figure 4 pose. Brief sustain here. Inhale to rise through the balance. Center. Exhale, land. Back down, switch sides, root, left leg, inhale to float. Exhale, ankle to front thigh. Bend to your own degree here. If you fall out, no big deal. Honor your experience in the balance. In breath to rise back up through front knee at center. Exhale, lower your foot down. Take a moment. Ensure you're at the front edge of your space. Inhale to float. Arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward. Bow towards the ground. Forward, bend. Bend your knees here as you need for hamstrings and low back. Forearms can always come onto your thighs. Otherwise, if you're wanting a little bit more in the gravity assist, let your torso be heavier, hands to opposite elbows or hands to the earth. Check in with your options here. A few cycles here, ragdoll. Little sway right to left, forward, back. Welcome here. Open through your mouth, your jaw. And if your hands are clasped, release them back down to the ground. Inhale for a little length, partway up, elongate through your spine, knees can bend. Exhale, fold back down to the ground. Take your time, hands touch down. Again, one foot back, one knee down, other foot back, other knee down. And from here, take a little slide and adjustment, hips down to the ground. Make your way into a supportive seat in your body. Use as many props as you need here to uplift through your low back. So cross-legged seat option, sitting on a chair. If you have 2 blocks, you can also do the diamond pose as well here. Settle into the support of ground, making any adjustments, spine long. Take your hands either wide or one palm rest at center. And settling in from movement and activity. Come into a place of grounding, rootedness. And let this be your focal point for your meditations, the attention of the mind drawn downwards from the top of the head all the way down to the place where you're making contact with the earth, sitting bones, or if you're on the floor, legs, knees. And let this be the focal point of your attention. Internal eye gazing downwards. And this invitation for stability. Allow your breath in its natural state to be in the background. And continue to invite attention to flow downwards as if you had a large internal eye that was physically there and you could maneuver it to gaze down, to remember the earth below that's always there, helping to anchor, stabilize. And if at one point you find that your mind is all of a sudden somewhere else in a future or past thought, whether that thought is lovely or more challenging or neutral, when you feel like that has taken over your foreground, see if you can shift the proportions, letting the thoughts or thought narrative start to recede into the background as you reclaim this internal eye, simply gazing below towards ground. Check in again. Where is your attention, your focus? Opportunity to reshift, re-attend. One more time here, check in. If your mind is elsewhere, acknowledge what's drawing your focus away with kindness. Then bring the attention back to downward gaze, rooting towards the ground. Just a little bit longer here. And very gently allowing your technique to culminate. Return your focus to the whole experience of your body from ground to sky. And check in here briefly. Is there any tension that has been acquired through sitting? Can you invite that softness to still be present here? And take in a full, rich, deep breath in. Open mouth, optional sound, sigh. Letting it go. And with your chin lowered, slightly downwards, palms touch in front of heart space. Invite your eyes to gradually take on some light. And to acknowledge your time here that you've carved out, your dedication, each other's company, this opportunity and privilege, gift to practice. Gently bow head to heart space.